Hey, what's up YouTube? Fogel here. Today we're going to be doing episode 2 of my S14 build with my RB25. Today my friend is he crashed his drift car, so he's looking for a subframe. So we're going to take my 14 out, and then I'm going to go to his house and get his R33 subframe and put it in so it's easier for our swap. So today's episode is just going to be how to remove a front subframe from an S14, so let's jump right into it and get this video started. Here's kind of a sneak peek of what we got going on here. It's an RB25 Neo. I have everything powder coated in a beautiful illusion purple, and we have a 62 66 turbo from Precision that I had the hot side powder coated. I had the cold side powder coated illusion purple, and I had the hot side Cerakoted in this jet black. Same with the compressor. So here's a little sneak peek of what we got going on here. Looks super sick. Super excited to put this in. Shout out to my work for letting me leave my car in this paint booth for this beautiful lighting and place to work on everything. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a little quick sneak peek here what we got going on. Has nothing to do with today's video, but that's okay. Okay, so today's video is going to be all about this. So I got motor mounts, the McKinley ones that are supposed to move the motor forward and everything, but I don't have any bushings for it, so I didn't know if I wanted to use them or not. And my friend was like, hey, I crashed my drift car over the weekend. Can I have your S14 subframe? I have a R32 or R33 one that would be more helpful for your swap if you want it. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So that's what today's video is going to be. We're going to be removing this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So as you know, there's many different things to do in life. There's many different ways to do everything. So if you're at a point like me where you don't have anything in your car, this is very simple. If you're at a more difficult point where you still have a lot of like the brake stuff, it might be a little more difficult. So the first step would be if you still had your brake system in, the hard lines would come down and come into here and here. So first thing you want to do is you're going to want to crack those brake lines that the hard line meets the soft line in one of these two. I can't remember which one. Crack those here and here, and that'll take your brakes. What I'm going to do is going to drop all this stuff together, so that'll separate your braking system here from the hard line in the car. So crack those here. There will be fluid that comes out, so just know that brake fluid is aggressive and eats paint, so just kind of take a precautionary measure and put something down here and here. And then it obviously is going to go on the floor, so either just drain your master so that doesn't happen, or just be careful when you're doing brake stuff. So I obviously don't have any brakes. Like I said, I took them out for the paint and everything. So that would come here. Then you would want to remove it off of there, and then you'd want to remove it off of your coilover, the hard line and everything, or the soft rubber line that goes on there. So just get your brakes all removed first, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this bar right here. I'm not going to take it off of here. I'm just going to take it off right here so it falls down through. And then everything else I'll just start lowering down very slowly and evenly per side. So let's go ahead and start with this. Alright, so I got the bolts out on both sides. They're these really big ones. There's 17 on, they go like this, 17 on this side, 17 on the other side. The nut goes right here, so just use a ratchet on this side and then a wrench on the other because it'll spin, but they're both 17s. Okay, next step I would do would be remove your sway bar. I've already removed mine months ago for paint, but it would go right here. So you would remove that so you could get to this bolt for the subframe. This one is a 14, So I would remove your sway bar next. Don't forget which way it goes, because one has a bolt. So it's like a hook that goes under here. This one is a nut. So just remember when you take your bracket off which way is which, because it'll spin. So one has a nut, one has a fixed bolt. So just remember how it comes out. Alright, so next step for me is I'm going to take off this right here for the subframe. There's also one on the other side right here, which attaches to that shiny hanger up here. So these are 17s again, so I would use a 17 long, a little like mini extension, and then whatever you're going to use, an impact or a breaker bar or something. But I'm going to do these next. So this one, and then the other side, same thing here and then on the back. And then that'll free up your subframe, and the only thing that's going to be holding it in is going to be the coilover top hats. So after that, we're going to slowly, just take everything down slowly. Alright, so I got those two subframe bolts. Good. They're down here. So next, what I'm going to do is I just brought a little jack over. I'm just going to keep it supporting everything. So now we're going to take off the steering rack that holds all that together. So let's go ahead and take those little bolts out next. So I've never taken this off before, but I took this bolt out right here on the bottom because it looks like it just kind of clamps. It like clamps onto that little stud inside. So I'm assuming when we lower this, it'll just come out. So that's what I did for now. I'll let you know if I do anything else to this. Alright, so just a quick rundown. Got your brakes off. If you're like me, you don't have any. You took your sway bar out, or at least popped the bolts out so it fell down. We took our, I think these are called traction bars, torsion bars, something like that. So you took that out, so this will go down with everything else. We took the subframe bolts out from the hanger, took those 4 out. Now everything else should just pop out, like power steering and stuff. If you have that, the reservoir, just kind of pull it off, because the lines would be attached to this thing. So it all should just fall out once you get this as well. So now our next and last step is we're going to take our coilover bolts out right here. And then hopefully and ideally everything just falls down slowly. I'm keeping my wheels on just so I can roll it forward. I've seen a lot of people take the wheels off, or they're at the junkyard or something, they don't have wheels. That's up to you. So yeah, we're just going to take these off slowly and steadily, side to side, so it all kind of goes out down evenly. Plus we have our jack here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take these off and hopefully watch everything fall down. Alright, so there you have it. There's the 2 bolts we took off here. Same on this side. Now before you pull this out, these bushings will get stuck a little bit. I just kind of hit them gently with a hammer to get them out of the brace that they live in right here. They just get a little stuck, so just tap them a little bit. And then just watch your coilovers when they come down. I don't know if you have fenders on or don't. I just had to jack my car up just a little bit higher. And then, yeah, like I said, this just came down through. No biggie there. So I'm going to just put the bolt back in before I forget where it's at. And then do the same with everything else, like with your hangers and stuff. Just put your nuts back on so you don't lose them. They just stick out the bottom, so just put one on there and there. And then, yeah, there you have it. This is a front S14 subframe removal. So my next step is I'm going to disassemble pretty much everything else, so I can give the middle to my friend, because I don't think he needs any of this stuff on the side, and I do. So yeah, that's pretty much the rest of this video. Is I'm just going to take all this stuff off. I'm not going to bore you with it. I think you guys could probably figure it out. It's just random bolts, and I'm just probably going to take these two off here to remove this, and then the lowers, and then all of this will just stay together. So I'm just going to take this bolt off here, and then I'll just take these two off next, and then everything should just come apart. And then I'll just give the middle to him and take these mounts off, maybe get his, and then yeah, we should be good to go. When we get his subframe, we should be able to maybe just drop that onto it, maybe just put it all in together. Not sure. So yeah, that's pretty much how you remove an S14 front subframe. I bet it's pretty similar, if not exactly the same, for S13. So yeah, this is Fogel. I'll see you guys in the next one. This was episode 2. Episode 3, I'm not really sure what it's going to be yet. Maybe it has to do with that, or mocking it up, or mounting it, and then putting it in the car. Don't know. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys are enjoying the videos so far, you know, leave a like down below. Subscribe to see how the rest of the build's going to come along. And yeah, this is Fogel. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.